Hello and welcome back to the scenic route. Today we are going to try and restore the power near Tifel town. If you remember from last time, we were looking at the pathway to take, and I wasn't sure whether we can go up this way, so I guess we're going to find out today. We'll start from the power substation here. I don't know why I'm taking this route. Let me have a look. Yeah, we can just start. So hopefully we can get up there. Otherwise, we'll get to this point and I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. The other thing we're looking at was our infrastructure route from the desert base to the power station. So what I've done in the meantime here is I've built some bridges and some roads. So I've got a road here. So the problem is we needed to cross this canyon. And we could go into the down the roads there into the thing and back up again. But I said, no, I don't want to do that. Who wants to do that? Let's build some bridges. So I built some bridges. I plotted a course, the route. I haven't done it yet. And also, yeah, the destination. There's no real normal road in there. Everything is sort of collapsed. So I built another bridge. So hopefully that will work. But we'll get to that. Should I just start it? I'll start it and I'll see. I don't need to watch it. We'll see if it crashes somewhere. But let's do this power station. So where are we? We're over here. We just need to link from here to here. I mean, how hard could it be? So let's get the old cable layer in position and we'll get going. Now today is, as of recording, it's March 24th. There's supposed to be the new DLC available. I believe it becomes available sometime during Central European Day. So for us in Australia, that means we'll have to wait till tomorrow, which is a bit of a shame, but one extra day, not going to kill us. I was hoping it was going to be based on your local time and it would get it a bit earlier than everyone else, but that is not to be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's some new maps, but some new vehicles as well. There's a new cable layer which has got wheels instead of tracks, so I'm really keen to try that one out, see how well that goes in difficult terrain. I'm not so fond of the tracked vehicle in this case. It's hard to turn it. See what I mean? Like I'm trying to turn it to the right and it just wouldn't do it. Whereas I think with the wheels, I think you get better sort of fine control. But it'll have nice to have options at least, you know what I mean? Like we'll have one with tracks, one with a wheel, or with wheels I should say. And then yeah, each situation is going to be different. Just use the best tool for the job. Here we go, up this bit. So if you can see up on that hill, the red outline of where we need to get to is actually fairly close to us. So now I'm struggling to turn this thing. Oh man, this is proving to be a bit difficult. Okay, I think I like this angle. If we can stick to this line, I think we'll be good. And the good news is we have no troubles digging into this part of the ground, so I think we'll be good. Alright, spoke too soon. Can we get there? Can we get there? We can. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. It didn't take too long. If I just park it here, we can look back here, and if we look at the infrastructure tab, we've got it connected. Now let's see how we're going in this route. I've seen green lines, green lines. Oh, we've gone over the bridge. We're down here, so I think we're stuck. Yeah, that corner is a bit troublesome. So, oh yeah, he's gone off. He's gone off the rails entirely. Look at that. I'm going to cancel. That's what I figured. I might have some trouble lining up this bridge. The problem is there's a rock. There's a rock right here. Let's try and get it maybe like that. And I'm not liking this extra wide turn. But bring it back a bit. It's not the most entertaining TV, I know, but let's see how that goes. Let's see. So far, so good. How are we going? No, see, it's taking the inside line. I don't need you to take the inside line. I need you to follow as close to the point as you can. So what if I widen it slightly? Let's see. If he takes the inside line, he should avoid that rock. There we go. Now he's getting stuck onto the side of the bridge. Okay, so we need to cancel that. How do we get him to avoid that? Maybe put it extra wide, like so. Maybe the bridge wasn't the best option, but don't know how else to get them down there. That worked. Now can we get to yes? All right, I think we're good. That worked. As long as we don't get like huge semi trailers, we should be fine. But the rest of it worked easily, right? So nice solution there. And how many trucks we got? This is the final one in the convoy, because this is the one that's turning those points green. There we go. Now that power station's back online, we have power. What else we got? Now we've got to bring some steel beams. And we have to connect electricity to El Amir. Alright, so this is the municipal power station we just established. Now we need to dig a cable trench. Now this is going to be interesting, isn't it? That's quite a distance. Okay, I think what we'll do first is, well, we need to move this. Yeah, what I'm gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna get rid of the scalper because I don't need that anymore. We'll put that back to the desert base. And then we'll just chuck him back into the garage. And if we go back, I've got a field service vehicle here. What I can do here is I can just recall the cable layer, so I don't have to drive it all the way here. So, oh, it didn't, yeah. That's the thing with this field service vehicle. It can transport whatever truck you want, but there's no guarantee it's going to put it in a safe position when it arrives. So now, oh, you know, I've got a winch on this thing. I was just going to get it out of the way, but I need it in position here to winch this thing back on its feet. Come on. Let's get it in the middle, top. Why can't I do it? Am I too far away? I think the angle is Angle was bad, perhaps. Let's try again. No, can't get it. Maybe the top corner. Okay, that. Will that one work? This might work. Let's try pulling the winch. Nah, I think we need to get it on the edge there. Yeah, we got some more traffic our way. Oh, you know, I've got the mule with the crane over there. That may be the better option. I want. Maybe that one is. You know what? I'm going to bring the mule over. This is not how I wanted things to go. I can't even get this thing out of the way. Just wanted to move him over to the side here. Get him out of the way. Let's switch to the Mule T1 Trailblazer. And let's get him in position to do a bit of recovery. I think... Whoa. Let's not tip over ourselves. Okay, I'm going to get up on this little ridge line up here. And I will use a single rope and try and pull it. Put on parking brake, chuck on the anchors. Let's set up this crane. And hold. Oops, no, I don't want that one. I want this position, and let's just pull it back and see how we go. Is this not strong enough? Oh, I thought we were getting there for a second. Here we are. Okay. Let's jump in here. Where do we actually need to be? We need to start it maybe from here. I'll get it in position anyway, and then I think we weren't actually going to do this one right now. We were just going to do the steel beams for the other objective. But since we're here, we'll just move it. See, I think a cable layer with just big giant wheels would be better in this situation, where there's a lot of rocks and stuff. I'm not going to block traffic, am I? No, we're good. Okay, what's the terrain like? I think we'll be okay. We'll find a path. Right, I'm just going to plonk it there. Let's go back to the objectives. We're going to track and restore the power line. And we need to bring 5 steel beams to the town. So I've got steel beams. Just got to figure out what's the best way to get there. I think the river base probably the way to go. Let's get a vehicle with a crane. I'll use the trusty old Voron for this one. So we want 5 beams. So I've got plenty of beams in storage, that's not a problem at all. Alright, let's load up. Of course one of the anchors goes onto one of the beams. That's not going to be an issue at all, is it? Okay, let's see. Is this an issue? Okay. Nah, it's all good. Alright. Almost there. I just had a visit from my cat. I don't know if that made it onto the mic. Okay, come on, one more. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. These people need their power restored. Doesn't matter that there's a sandstorm. It's just part of the job. Alright, do we want to look at the map to see where we're going, or we just wing it? I think it's just down the road. I think if we just follow this road, we'll get there. I'd say it's about 700 meters away. I think we get to the roundabout and we turn right, I believe. No, that's not a road, is it? Is this a road? So I did end up looking at the map. Ah, yeah, we could have just gone there. So we can also go this way. Up to here, and then follow. So yeah, I was right. Like, we go to the roundabout and turn right. But I just turned a bit too soon. Just a bit too eager. I think up ahead is that little structure we delivered a van up there at one point. Man, this is some soft sand. Where we're going, we're turning left. Yeah, this way is probably a little bit longer, but whatever. It's the scenic route. That's what we do in these parts. So yeah, we're going to bring some steel beams. They're going to use them for some sort of construction project, I guess. Whatever they need to get the electricity back. It's probably power lines, isn't it? Not power lines, power poles, transmission line structures, something like that. If it was just power lines, they'd probably need more logs. Yeah, that's where we patched up the road before with a bit of sand. Seems like a while ago now. We did what we needed to do to help the town. I think it was a couple of roads, some deliveries, that sort of stuff. So this is the town, and I think, yeah, what we do is we want to go up. Let's go up these steps. Let's see if we can do it. It's going to be a tight fit. But yeah, if that little van can do it, then we can do it, right? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool textures and stuff. It's a shame we don't see little people running around. Now, which way are we going? Let's just concentrate on getting up there. Put on low gear. I think it's to the right. We're going to run over this bicycle. Oops, sorry about that. Crucial infrastructure delivery coming through. I'm glad we didn't have to try using the cable layer out this way. Let's see. How are we going to... Yeah, we can turn here. I was just thinking these big chunks of metal, if we wanted to recycle those, getting those off the top of this hill would be a bit of a challenge. Okay, so I think we can just open this, confirm, and that's transferred. Yeah, that's rebuilt that tower. Good stuff. Now, is this thing still offline? No, it's online now. Good. Of course it is, because we joined it up, didn't we? So now we've only got the one objective, which is to connect the power to El Amir. So let's jump back into here and let's plot a route. Which way we're going? So I reckon we come along here. This looks like a nice, easy path. Now, next part. Let's cross the road. come across this way. Yeah, okay. Hopefully this ground here, it's a different color. Hopefully we can plow through it. Otherwise, we may have to go around here. But let's just see. Alright, so I'll just turn this thing on. Wait for it to start digging and then hit the accelerator. Let's go. I think this is probably the worst part of the game is this bit, playing cable. I don't really enjoy it as much as the other parts. That's why I'm kind of hoping the new cable layer may improve things a bit. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe plotting routes is a bit more annoying, especially when you get the AI drivers that just don't follow your path exactly. But yeah, this is a nice. This is an orchard or something, or just some nice vegetation. I don't know. Got the city in the background there, nicely nestled into the landscape. Pretty cool that it's powered by solar panels. For the most part, I guess. I don't know if it's 100% solar, because there is that oil, the oil industry as well, so they probably use diesel to power some generators as well. Alright, so we're doing okay so far. Luckily I haven't paved over all of these roads, so I can just like plow straight through. There's a lot of roads here, like, there's no way to be paving the whole lot unless you just have a lot of time on your hands or just want to do something crazy for a YouTube video, which is cool, man. Like, I would probably do it if I had time. Oh, I think we're good. I didn't have any problems with that bit of land right there. Oh, why is it always at the last second? There we go. There we go. So that is done. Look how deep that sand is right there. Okay, and I don't know why it doesn't automatically complete the task. Like, you got to go in it and then confirm. All right, we finished the third. Yeah, we've got that goal. Fuel and flux and flow. Fuel. I sort of said fuel. Flux and flow.
Oh, I just received a task that seems like the perfect palate cleanser. How do you feel about helping promote science? The beauty is that you don't even need a PhD for this one. Just bring a truck of supplies and some generators to an archaeological dig nearby. You know what? I think you really nailed that last task. Just like all the others so far, before you arrived, this place was cut off from the world. Had no water and no electricity either. And look at it now. Well, still not much of a looker, but you really resuscitated it. Feel the accomplishment yet? Sometimes it's delayed. Don't know about you, but I could really use a weekend poolside with one of those little umbrellas in my drink. Anywho, I can almost see the end of the task list now. How about making it a real home run? I know you're up to it.
So we've got a new part of the map opened up. Archaeological camp. And what is this? Solar Radiance Lab. Look at this. How cool is that? Yeah, this is pretty cool. Alright, so I don't know what we've got nearby. That's a command. Oh, we can recall vehicles here. We got 26 points. That's the old pike right there. Let's have a look at our missions. I'll look at the side one first. Send supplies to the evacuation area. So these objects need to go down here. There's 2 objects and a vehicle. Of course it's a semi-trailer. Now, Could I build a bridge right here? That could work. Let's see. Wide concrete bridge. If we, I can't see what the ground looks like here. I think let's just try it. And we want to go like up to here. It's too far. It's too far. What about if we go to here and then we build another one from here up? But, oh, it's not quite far enough, is it? Because you're going to go smack bang right into that rock. All right, let's forget that for now. It's a nice idea. All right, let's go back to the objectives. We can do the supplies easily enough. It's that truck that's going to be a problem. I suppose we could cross here, drive up, and then does the truck get delivered here? Yeah. We might need to tow it. All right, let's track this one. Let's do it. Where are the supplies? The supplies are in Elamia, so I need a truck. I've got a scout. I've got a crane. And I've got that monstrosity. I've got some trucks here. I've got a mule, haven't I? Yeah, let's take the mule, because it's kind of in the vicinity. And we can take it down the path we took the cable layer. So let's go. Hopefully those objects aren't too big and we can fit both of them in this truck. But if not, we'll figure it out. Yeah, feels like we're coming towards the end of this map, which I guess for me is perfect timing because we've got the DLC coming out. So yeah, maybe jump straight into the DLC. I know there's still one more main map and the 2 previous DLC maps for me to go anyways, but I don't know, I just want to dive into the new stuff, you know what I mean? Okay, so this is one of the things. One of the objects. I thought the objects were next to each other. They kind of are, I guess. Alright, let's pick this one up first. Go like that with the corner ropes. This one's not too big, so that is a positive. Alright, we'll get this nice and tucked in because we don't want it to fall out. Alright, that's good. And the other one is just here. Well, we've got to raise the anchors first. I'll leave the crane up because we'll need it. And will we fit into this gap? I don't like this angle, but you know what, I can reverse him. That's probably going to be better. Man, the frame rates really drop when the sandstorms hit, don't they? I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Okay. So we only got 2 attachment points on this one. Interesting. What are we doing? Nope, I'm not happy with that. I was hoping it would just jump straight in, but unfortunately not. Will it fit sideways? So we'll have to do it. There we go. Okay, so those are the 2 objects, and we are delivering all the way down here. So wow, that is that is pretty far distance. That is not where we are. Where are we? We're here. So we'll go back to this main road and just, I guess, follow it out. Is that where we're going? I think so, yeah, okay. We come down here and branch off this little road and we're good. And this is where we want to deliver. Okay. And then we'll do that semi-trailer, but I'm thinking we may just tow it the whole way. If I've got something nearby that can tow it. I think for the most part the semi-trailer will be fine. It's just when we branch off the paved road, I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out when we're going to go down the same path with this thing. So we'll see soon enough. It's a good day for driving. Alright, so this is the corner where we go off the paved road and onto a bit of a dirt track. It's pretty solid, like solidly packed. It's not too soft. Maybe the semi-trailer will be able to handle it, but you know, in my experience it won't. We shall see.
Now that I took a closer look at that camp, I remember reading about it in a newspaper. These guys were digging some distance from here, looking for an ancient temple or something. Got its location from a stone tablet, but I guess they were a bit off. Then some construction workers dug up an old wall with their bulldozers, and the scientists rushed over here. I heard they were really excited about what they found. Until the storm filled their dig with sand. They don't seem too bothered being back at square one, though. You've got to give them that.
That little backstory, because you know, you always wonder what are they actually looking for. Alright, let's do the next one. Oh, I thought I was gonna fall. That would have been not ideal. I like that they got a little washing line. Got their toilets there, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Come on, don't tell me if. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're just gonna knock it in there. Okay. Easy. I'll just park up here. Oh, I really want to go check out that solar array down here. That lab. I suppose we're going to go there eventually, aren't we? So let's jump into. Do I have anything here that can tow? What is that? What is? So there's two of these things I got to move. This it's got a crane. That doesn't have towing mode, so it's not really what I'm looking for. It's definitely this one, isn't it? So let's jump into here. And let's see where we want to go. So we want to. So if we drive around the outside here, turn right, cross the bridge, turn right, and we want to go across until here, and then that's where we're going off-road. Okay, I think we can try. So this looks like a big fuel tanker. And if we pass by one of my scouts along the way that can do some towing, then we can do some towing. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see. If we get bogged, I'll need to send something out. so far it's okay. This is the sketchy bit. It's a little bit soft here. Yeah, we just had enough momentum to get us to this point, and I think it's just enough traction. Yep, we're okay. We'll be all right. It's just not as easy as we'd like. Get a little bit of traction on here. Get us going to the next bit. Okay, I think we're good at this point. The area has certainly come a long way since we first started here. Turn right. Now this is all paved road with a bit of, you know, sand blown in here and there, but nothing that's going to stop us. This hill's real steep. I wonder if we can make it up. Maybe this is where we need to get the tow. Yeah, that sand down the bottom doesn't help because we lose all of our momentum. We have got low gear, so we may need to use that. You know what? This is just handling it like a champ. Okay, so this is where we turn off. And this is where we get stuck. Oh, not quite, not quite. Yep. This is where we get stuck. Alright, I might just put on the brake. And let's go back to the base. I could send the SAR truck. Because these things have pretty good tow strength, I think. I could also send out my Carillion. What is that? Winch strength is 5. What should I do? I'll send the Carillion. Because that's pretty cool. Alright, let's get there. Yeah, I kind of knew this would happen. I should have just taken it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bit of traffic. Yeah, I should have just taken it out at the beginning, you know. But I was hoping I wouldn't need it. Hope, what is it? Hope for the... Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, whatever. Anyway, we're not that far away, so you know, we shouldn't take as long to get there. And I think got some air. We get some air here. Look at that. There's a few jumps around. Maybe this would be a good candidate for those. There's a few ramps like I've seen here and there. But most of the vehicles are too slow. This one's got a bit of speed to it. It's hard to steer. It just oversteers all the time. But it's fun to drive, so yeah, that's why we give it the nod. Do this job. Gotta have a bit of fun when you're working. Alright, let's deliver this. I want to get this objective done. Been doing a lot of cable laying today and lost all momentum there, and it's a little bit boring. We'll do something more interesting, like towing a semi-trailer with a little mini tank. Okay, let's get in front of this beast. All position. Tow cable attached. Towing mode on. Let's go. Alright, I trust that you'll follow me. Let's go the correct way, shall we? Man, this towing mode is so good. If we didn't have this, we'd have to like build roads and stuff along here, which we just use one time. This sand is pretty soft up here, so there's pretty much no chance of the semi-trailer making it up this far, just on its own. A few rocks in the way. Okay, how are we going to park this thing? Let's go around. I'm hoping we just have to get like the head in, like, you know, just get a little bit of it in there, and then it's just will park up automatically. Because there's no way we're doing this on its own steam, you know what I mean? Like, it's so too soft here. There we go. There we go.
These eggheads are one funny bunch. They haven't even finished digging this temple, but they're already salivating about another big memorial complex nearby. They found a hint to its location on the wall they're digging now, and they want our help locating the place. The professor in charge says he wants us to find a safe box with some old manuscripts from his colleague somewhere in Elamir. I guess that colleague is in evacuation now, but we're so excited to hear about the discovery that he doesn't mind his safe being broken into. I guess he also won't mind an insurance rainfall later on. Anywho, can you drive over there and find the safe?
Oh, I want to check out this little oasis. What have we got hidden in here? That's, as I suspected, there's a toy truck right there. I knew it. And what is this? Is this like a little portable toilet or something? Looks like a mailbox, a phone box or something. That's pretty cool. Oh man, I just want to check this one out too. Alright, let's look at the objectives. And we'll do some lollygagging later. Oh yeah, there's a ramp right there. See it? Yeah, anyway. Um, retrieve the safe. Because we've got to find it. So we need a scout. We've got a scout right here, actually. $9,000 for this one. So we've got to retrieve the safe and return it. Okay. I say we do this. Because we are right here. So I guess we are just in a search area. We just like send out these probes. Can I actually get out this way? I don't think I can. How do I get out of here? I think it's... Let me just check the map. Yeah, it's through here. Right. How hard can it be to find a safe in a small town? Alright, I'll just do driving around the main street. Oh,
Good
I
job
found it.
finding the box. Now, could you drive it to the egghead-affiliated translator in Tipple? The professor told me he's going to name whatever they find after us, too, if you do. Ain't that guy sweet? And weird.
Right. We can do that. Now, if I had a truck, maybe it may be better. What's failed? I think it's something that we don't need anymore. Yeah, this one, all rewards received. So that's crashed into something. This one's all rewards received, so we can... Is that the one that's failed? Sometimes the UI on this is a bit confusing. So open that one. Let's just cancel. Oops. What just happened? I just restarted it. There we go. Cancel it. Yeah. Yeah, we don't... If we don't need to run it, let's not run it. Now, this is not the best way. Oh, can I tow this whole trailer? Wouldn't that be cool? I don't think I can. Would it be best if I just get a truck out here? Maybe. But for now, let's just steal this thing. Let's get out to the main street so we can do something with it. Is this gate going to open? Yes. Sometimes the gates open, sometimes they don't. Right. Now we've got to get it to Tiffle Town, I think it said. Let's see. Where are we going? Yeah, to Tiffle. How do we get there? We got bridges. Do I not have trucks? We've got an SAR truck here. That's a crane. And that's the cable layer. Okay. What's down here? That is a logger. I just want a normal truck. A normal cargo truck. Nothing nearby. Because even the mule that was here is gone. There's dump trucks. What's up this way? Okay, even if... You know what? I'm going to move this one because I've got a crane nearby. And it gives me an excuse to go over the bridge. The big bridge, or two big bridges. Okay, let's do it. Go over the bridges. I think these two bridges used about, well, the three, including the small one that goes into the truck shack. I think it's about 40 slabs it took. It's a lot of slabs, but you know that's why I spend a lot of time beforehand just doing a lot of recycling, because you just never know how much concrete or steel beams or whatever you're going to need, and then at the end of the map, if you don't need them, you sell them and make a bit of money. So yeah, I'm glad that went well, because those bridges are so cool. Like, they're just imposing over the landscape there. They look out of place, sure, but that's the cost of progress, I guess. Oops, I didn't see all these rocks. Let's hope I don't get stuck. One thing I'd like to do is do some logging around this palace. Just get rid of all those palm trees. That'd be pretty funny. Now, do I know where I'm going? I want to get into the town. If I position myself near the crane and I move this crane up, I don't know what I'm doing. This looks like the worst possible way to get into town. Yeah, if I go near the crane, then I'll move the Invictus up there as well. Where am I going? This is just the worst way. Okay, let's try something even worse. I won't be able to go through there, will I? We'll try it. Let's see if we can do it. It looks like a pretty dense thicket of trees, but maybe we can knock some down. Let's chuck it in low range. It's a pretty steep incline, but if anyone can do it, this truck can do it. It's not like we've got any payload. You know what we can do though? SAR truck and tow. And it's like the hardest possible way to do anything is what I'm doing. Like even trying to get this truck around. Destroying all these benches. It's like it's a bull in a candy shop. Candy shop? China shop. Now where's my truck at? I think it's down this way. Can I even get through? Can I barge my way through? Yep. Okay. Can I winch? Why can't I? There we go. You know what I need to do? I need to use towing mode. Let's turn around. I hope these people appreciate what I'm doing for them. Especially the knocking down of the trees. Okay, let's attach here. Let's just attach where we can. Towing on. Let's go. Man, what is going on? Can we pull the winch in? Yes. Come on. Alright. Man, that took some effort. We're quite fortunate that the SAR truck was where it was. Oh yeah, we did it. Alright, let's detach. Detach, there we go. Get this thing out of the way. Switch back to this guy. And let's go. Let's just we'll load up, and then I think it's about an hour, or I think we'll call it a day once we load up the truck. Let's just see where we're going. Okay, yeah, just around the corner, just around the corner. So trucks are in place. Just gotta make sure the tow cable is not attached. Doesn't look like it is. I'll just double check. No, it's all good. Let's move this Invictus to the side so it's not blocking the road. And the crane is not far away, just here. So let's use this to load up. And then, yeah, we'll end it. We'll continue the saga in the next episode. So, yeah, I appreciate you watching. I hope it's been enjoyable. For me, it has anyway, so that's, yeah. Sometimes I don't know how well it translates, you know, but here we are. Let's just lock this in. And we're good to go. Alright, we'll transport it in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.